Previously on ImpTab Avatar, Blades in the Daofei. Everything just kind of worked, which was weird. It really threw us off. We were like, wait a second, we brought the baby back to Weiyong, and we made a really good impression, and now Weiyong believes that we're on his side, and also the news people are going to put out good stories about how the Earth King's son is like a hero of the land. Okay, so that happened, and now we're going to try and figure out how to depose the Earth King. There was a lot of back and forth about, are we going to try and start a full-on revolution to assault the front gates, or are we going to do what Ciwei the Immortal asked us to do and just do a sneaky assassin? We ended up doing the latter, so we're going to go in and assassinate the Earth King under cover of darkness. Very Blades in the Dark, very, very on brand for this particular game. But first, everybody is very stressed, so we're going to take some downtime so that we don't walk into an assassination against the main political power of the largest kingdom of the Avatar-verse with 6 stress on our hands. So, a nice little chance to take a breather. What's going to happen during this obviously very calm, nothing's going to go crazy episode? Let's find out here in the world of Blades in the Daofei. What's shaking, everybody? You're listening to ImpTab Avatar, Blades in the Daofei, the Blades in the Dark actual play where we make up almost everything on the spot. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I am joined by
Thomas Ryan as Weiyong,
Christian Randall as Tonan Yoru,
and Evan Peterson as Ciwei.
So let's have a nice, chill, relaxing time.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are on about. I'm not stressed. I only got 2 stress.
I, Christian, am stressed now because I'm realizing I have 5 stress. If I roll a 6, I overindulge.
That's true.
Which would be bad.
If you overindulge, you don't necessarily leave, just something happens.
I'll admit I thought about indulging my vice, and since this is like going into our biggest mission, I thought maybe I would do it like on camera, so to say. I was like, that'd be a big moment, and then I looked and I only have 2 stress, and I was like, nope. I'm not overindulging right before the assassination. Could you imagine? Ciwei's out and I have to play like kitschy going into the assassination.
Well, Christian, would you like to go back to that flashback to instill genuine remorse into the heart of the Earth King?
How many stress would that cost me, Ned?
I mean, my gut reaction is 4, but that would mean that you would take trauma.
Exactly.
Well, Ned, remind us, when you overindulge in a vice, getting your character kicked out for a week is not the only option, correct?
Yes, so when you overindulge, you could become lost, or you could also attract trouble. We select or roll an additional entanglement. You brag about your exploits, get +2 heat, or you become tapped. Your current purveyor cuts you off and you need to find a new source for your vice.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you aren't necessarily out for the final encounter. Something else could happen.
Yeah, Day could just cut me off and say, you're on your own, kid.
Figure it out, young man! Just ignores you.
See, because if I only roll 1 die, which means there's a 66% chance I overindulge.
But a 33% chance you don't. Look, here's what you do, right? You've got 2 downtime activities. Just do 1 downtime activity wherein you take 4 stress.
Ned, can I trade you 4 stress for the rest of my animal breeding certification? If I'm going to die, I want to at least have finished that.
That's an interesting proposition.
Watch, no, because I don't want to do that, because I'll trade 4, and then I'll roll a 1, and I'll just be up 3 on stress.
Well, let's see. So the thing that kind of made sense in my brain for how we could trade that off would be take 2 stress to mark 1 tick, and you've got 2 ticks left on becoming a breeder.
Well, here's an idea, and this would actually be within the mechanics of the game. You could do whatever you do to roll on your clock and then push yourself to get an extra die. And so you'll get 2 stress out of that, and you'll probably finish your clock too.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going first, it seems like. So I'll roll for becoming a breeder regardless, because I don't have other stuff I need to do this downtime. And you know what? It makes sense. I keep coming up with justifications for my better skills, but I finally have a tick in study. And for the final exam, there's really only one thing you can do. So even if it's not going to be that great, I actually rolled a 5.
Okay, that is, I believe, 2 ticks, actually.
I buckled down, I studied, and I passed my final exam. Now I'll take it. I will go into this assassination with 2 stress, and you'll all just have to keep waiting to find out what my
All
The
right.
final talk back.
That'll probably be it, honestly. I probably have hyped it all up and it'll never come naturally, so I'll never do it.
So with that, also, now that you've become a breeder, we're going to let you roll tier +2 to see how much money the shop gets.
Oh,
so roll 4 dice.
That's awesome.
It's kind of an interesting roll. 5, 4, 3, 3.
Okay, so that is going to bring you in 2 coin.
I will put that into our group coin.
Yeah. Oh, I guess, technically speaking, before we get into downtime, we're actually supposed to go through heat and payoff and all that stuff. I just remembered.
Oh,
Too late. I'm already half downtime.
We're all messed up right now.
this will be interesting to see what it does to our heat.
Yeah, let's start with payoff. You earn 2 rep per score by default and 1 rep per tier higher of the target. So you are tier 2. The anti-corruption task force is 5. That is 3. So that's 5 rep you folks gain.
Holy cow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, with how much turf we have, that's most of our...
Yeah, you only need 2 more until you can go from weak tier 2 to strong tier 2.
And then we kill
Right as you're getting ready to assassinate the Earth King. Yeah.
We're trying to go to strong tier 6 here.
So, I don't think we're getting coin for this one because that was kind of an internal
You're
thing.
telling me Weiyong wasn't so grateful he paid us?
We should
He
have...
didn't have posters like, here's a reward for information.
We should have made an exclusivity deal with one of the newspapers. That would have paid out.
Big interview for Weiyong.
Okay. Thomas, you do make a good point, though. Would you like to get coin from this or would you like to take a claim?
Ooh. I don't know. I didn't think you'd agree with me. What do you guys want?
I think in this case, actually, interestingly enough, coin makes the most sense. Some sort of monetary reward for the good that we've done.
It doesn't make sense that we now have fighting pits.
We've been working, pal.
Yeah, I think coin does make sense. Yang probably would have put out a reward for the return of his child. So this was, probably a pretty big score.
How much coin would he offer for his son back?
Well, a big score, serious loot, is worth 8 coin.
Whoa!
I
I have to ask, Evan, how close are you to filling up your stash completely?
16.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, you're close.
If you were only 8 away, I was willing to give you the whole score just to see what a full stash looks like.
I mean, if you gave me the 8, I would move another lifestyle tier higher.
I mean, I don't need the money for anything else, I don't think.
I think I'm doing pretty good on cash, too. No, I'm not. But my dad's rich. All right.
And you're about to become the king.
Both my dads are rich.
Both my dads are rich.
They are.
Wait, are you giving me all the money?
You want to give them all the money?
Yeah, let's give him all
Yeah.
that coin.
You can have all 8 coin. Wow.
You guys are so
Look at
generous.
that.
You guys are so generous.
Well, I got my bowl done. I mean, I don't even know what else to do with my life.
Got all this money and no idea what to do with it. It's just been a weird couple episodes, hasn't it?
It has.
It's-
the crew's just coming together and
Freely giving money away, things working.
yeah, the crew being altruistic and supportive of each other.
I'm 8 coin away from the debt, but I also kind of want to leverage the state military to just destroy Mercy.
Oh, now you're getting okay with the idea of becoming the leader of the military. I knew we'd get him on board.
Imagine the flex if I schedule a meeting with her, show up with all the money on the table, and then as she's going to take it, guards just step out of the shadows.
What a power move.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think our final episode is just going to be revenge on people.
You with Riven the chemist, me with Mercy, Tonan with Co.
I just remember what my devil's bargain was.
Oh, yeah, Dad's coming to town.
Yeah.
Someone is.
Yeah, someone. I guess maybe not Dad, but it's Dad. Let's be real.
My devil's bargain put Jenna in prison.
Yeah.
She doesn't know it was your fault, though.
Okay, let's get into heat. Okay, so this is interesting because it was a very high exposure thing. Like this, we would probably call wild, devastating exposure, but you're on the side of the anti-corruption task force now.
So the heat's not coming from them, it's coming from the other Daofei gangs?
Oh, the gangs who have read the paper and be like, wait, what's this guy planning on doing?
Gecko Senior is
pissed.
Yeah.
The old blood is mad.
Okay, so that's definitely 6 heat, plus 1 heat for a high profile or well-connected target. I guess at this point, since our heat is no longer coming from the good guys, it's coming from the bad guys, who is the most high profile / well-connected of the Daofei factions?
I mean, we explicitly implicated Gecko's very good smuggling corporation.
They're 3 tier, but we've also got like the Boston Say Kennel Club. They're in the Old Blood. They're tier 4. The Fanged Mercenaries, I think they're also in the Old Blood. They're tier 4. So I think we're working against a tier 4 here. But yeah, high profile, well-connected targets. So that's definitely plus 1 heat. Plus 1 if the situation happened on hostile turf. It was hostile before you started, and then it wasn't hostile after you finished.
So half a heat.
Half a heat.
Oh man, plus 1 heat if you're at war, which you weren't before, but I think you are now with all of the Old Blood.
Yeah, I think that might be +1.
Yeah, plus 2 if any killing was involved. No killing. Okay, so that puts us at 6, 7, 8, 9 heat.
I only counted 8.
Wait. We get -2 heat per score.
Okay, so we're at 6.
6, plus 1 for high profile, well connected target, plus 1 for being at war, plus I think we're going to round up that quote unquote half heat for happening on hostile turf.
It's fair, but I don't like it.
Okay, so that brings us to 7 for the BSS Guard Intimidation. 7 heat, I am sure, is enough to increase your wanted level.
We were at 0 heat, actually.
Oh!
We just jumped up to wanted level 3.
We went from nothing to 7.
So if you didn't have the intimidation, you would have instantly gone to wanted level 4.
It's fine.
Which makes sense, honestly. Mm-hmm. But the only reason we're not is because the guard isn't going to be also, like, helping the... We aren't getting assaulted on both sides.
What kind of Daofei pisses off everyone?
You guys.
The most powerful ones.
Oh boy. Well, we weren't at war when we started a war, but now we're at war.
I almost feel like this was supposed to be like months and months and months of campaign where we're doing like a bunch of little jobs, slowly building up our tier till we're like a tier 5 organization. But we were like, well, we're a weak tier 2. I think it's time to overthrow the king.
We're daring.
Yeah, maybe for one of our future campaigns, we'll do like an actual Blades in the Dark campaign and play the game like it's supposed to be played. Okay, so that does it for heat. Now it's time for entanglements. I'm going to roll 3 dice. You guys are at heat 7.
Oh.
Okay. That is a 4, which means demonic notice or show of force.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm sure that when I summoned all those positive spirits, I don't think Father Glowworm didn't notice that.
Well, here, let's look at show of force. A faction with whom you have a negative status makes a play against your holdings. Give them 1 claim or go to war. Drop to -3 status. Everybody that you have a negative status with is already at war with you.
So basically, do we want to give up a claim to the Old Blood?
Oh, but which one? Well, I know which one we should give up. Terrorized citizens. We have to give up terrorized citizens.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Because now they're shifted their fear to the...
To pure admiration.
Well, they're now scared of the Old Blood.
And so the Old Blood took that claim from us.
I think that makes perfect sense.
Look at that narrative.
Hey, yo.
And that does it for entanglements. Now we're into downtime.
Okay, I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with my second downtime, so someone else go.
You might not have one. If we're at war, we only get 1 downtime activity, right?
Oh, perfect. If we only get 1 because we're at war, then yeah, I finish my...
That's rough.
I lock myself in and breed animals.
However, since you didn't indulge your vice, you're going to take 1 stress.
Oh, poo.
You are traumatized.
That's fair. Dang, I didn't really do anything in the job. I'm going to get like no XP.
You were there. Just your presence is intimidating.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to Tonan. What would you like to do for your 1 downtime activity?
I will absolutely indulge my vice. I'm going to meditate with Day and see what I can get done. Boy, howdy, I hope it's not a 6 because that would be bad.
It would be.
But I also hope it's not a 1. I rolled 2 dice though, so I should be okay.
That doesn't look good.
Christian's face has fallen.
Well, the problem is I forgot that I set that 1 die aside because it was rolling really well, and then it did it again.
Oh.
So it's a 6 and a 5.
All right, the die is doing its job. Welcome to Overindulgence Club.
Hey, it feels good, don't it?
No! What's happening?
Okay.
So I sit down to meditate with Day.
Yes, and you make a bad call because of your vice in acquiring it or while under its influence. What did you do?
Well, I meditated with Day, who is also very much still connected with Ko. So I sit down in the bowl, I ring it a bit, and I reach out to Day. Master Day, we were relatively successful. Actually, wildly successful. I'm kind of confused by
I'm glad to hear it, young man.
But I need to meditate because it was rather stressful.
Please, come and sit a while.
And I just go into a trance and see what happens.
As you are trancing, you can almost feel enclosing around you some insectile limbs.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Cole, what are you doing? You sly devil.
Oh, nothing. I'm not doing anything. Don't worry about
Knock
it.
it off.
I haven't been learning.
Cole.
I haven't been practicing ways to make my way into the material world.
Stop it. Stop it.
I force my eyes open and I see if anyone else is in the room with me now. Like a member of my family or something.
Okay, yeah, you look around and you see that your meditation has been cut off, and we're going to roll to see if it's a good member of your family or a bad member of your family.
I'm guessing a 6 is the only way it's a good person, and other than that, it's not.
Well, I'll say this. We know that there are 2 people who won't straight up kill you. We've got your cool uncle and we've got your mom.
Yeah.
So we'll say if it's a 5 or a 6, then it's either your uncle or your mom. We'll say 5 is your uncle, 6 is your mom. Other than that, it's going to be your dad. Cool.
Not anyone else, just your dad.
Yeah, would you like to roll that or shall I?
Well, that one die has been rolling very well for me.
See if it's going to keep doing its job?
You know what? No, I need to give control over to the narrative. You roll that.
All right. That's a 3.
Oh, my dad!
Our dad's the worst.
So I crack my eyes open in the middle of this meditation chamber. Uh-oh.
That woman out at the front is far too gullible.
You didn't hurt her, did you?
Oh no, I merely told her that I was your father, and she said, oh, delightful. Every child has a good relationship with their father.
What face is he wearing right now?
Just natural face, missing pieces and all.
Oh.
Unless you decided that your father didn't have a mouth, because in which case he's going to have a different face.
I don't recall.
Neither do I.
Let's retcon it and say that he had a mouth.
Yeah. I think mechanically this is probably going to attract trouble. We're going to select or roll an additional entanglement.
All right.
I think this is going to be an arrest.
Me?
So, what arrest typically says is, an inspector presents a case file of evidence to a magistrate to begin prosecution of your crew. You are sent a detail to arrest you. You can pay them off with coin equal to your wanted level +3. You can hand someone over for arrest to clear your heat, or you can try to evade capture.
The guard's not going to arrest us right now, are they?
This guy's going to arrest you.
Oh, the law of my cult kind of a thing.
Yes. So you can either give your dad 6 coin to not have to go back home, or you can turn yourself over, or you can try and evade capture.
Son, go to your room. Could I give you some money to persuade you otherwise?
Dad, I can't deal with this right now. Here's 6 coin. Leave me alone.
I will give up, mechanically I will give up 6 coin, but what I will do, because an overindulgence is an overindulgence. Father, I have forsaken these ways, and I have found a better way to live. Take this and leave. And I will stand up out of the bowl and earthbend it back onto the street and give up my big singing bowl. Which I know I paid 4 coin for, but, now that it's been molded into a bowl and all that, it's worth 6 coin, and I'll give up 6 coin for my stash. Do I have 6 coin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm emptying my stash to do this. I have exactly 12 in my stash.
Your dad looks back and forth between you and the singing bowl and you and the singing bowl, and he's got the one little angel on his shoulder like, that's a really nice bowl. You could really use that bowl. And the devil pops up on his other shoulder like, okay, but yeah, your son's being an absolute turd bucket. You need to bring him back home. And you can see there's some internal conflict going on with your father before eventually he's all like, you always were a good negotiator, Tonan. Perhaps we will speak again someday, but for now, this bowl, I have to commend you. This is a good bowl.
I worked really hard for it.
I can see that.
It really sucks to give it up.
This is so sad. I hate this.
Well, you have done a good job, and he pauses for a moment as if he's like trying to decide whether he's going to say he's proud of you or not, but then he goes, yes, good bowl, thank you. And he takes the bowl and leaves.
Boy.
Does he just manhandle? Just whoop? walks out with it. Because isn't this thing bigger than a room?
It's 10 feet across.
Yeah, 10-foot singing bowl. He snaps his fingers, and you see there's like 6 other members of the clan from back home. They're like, hey, Tonan, hey, how's it going? And they all, working together, take this bowl all the way back somehow to Taekhak, I suppose.
I mean, honestly, they could probably just use it as a flotation device to float the river back.
Oh, man. Well, thus ends the singing bowl saga.
No,
Man, that's so sad.
I worked so hard for that.
You did.
That was what I did.
You chose this.
I have no coin, but okay, question. I overindulge. All my stress is gone?
Yeah, so all your stress is gone.
Okay.
And so is your singing bowl.
I sit in the hollow where it used to be, and I try to meditate to contact Day still, but I don't think I can anymore.
You are correct.
I think, maybe if I use Compel and do some other stuff, but the traditional way I was doing it, it's not working anymore. And then I kind of just sit in the bowl and I cry for a bit with my own real eyes that I have again.
And after a while, Kitschy steps in and she's like, oh, your father came to visit. Oh, wait. And she sees you crying and she goes, I think I just learned something about parenthood.
Oh, it's okay, Kichi. If you tried to stop him, he probably would have killed you, so I'm glad he didn't.
I brought you a Jell-O snack pack.
Thank you, Kichi. I need that right now.
And she places it on the ground along with a pepperoni pizza Lunchable and steps outside.
Ah, heck yeah, that's the best Lunchable.
I spend a good 5 minutes making the pizza, putting on a little swirl of the sauce, the cold shredded cheese, and I just eat it cold in the dark room.
That's meditation right there, putting together some pizza Lunchables.
All right, well, that is butts, so it is what it is.
It is butts, isn't it?
Yep. Well, there's your one downtime activity, unless you want to spend coin or rep to get another one.
Well, I have no coin. I just gave it all away. Would it be okay if I spent 1 rep to train my playbook?
Go nuts, man.
Do it.
I'm not going to stop you.
All right, I'm going to do that. Boop, 1 mark in the playbook. Oh, that was bad.
Talk about a devil's bargain. Well, Weiyong, how you feel? You get 2 downtime activities.
I do. It's good being me. Well, first, I'm going to go visit Wei Lai and get my fortune told. Wei Lai, this is important. Am I doing the right thing here? Overthrowing the Earth King and all that jazz?
She's going to toss some bones on the fire to see how they crack. Go ahead and make that roll.
Oh, come on. 3.
Hey.
Okay, you didn't overindulge. That's good.
How? I rolled 6 one time, and I overindulged on it. So mad.
Yeah, Wei Lai tosses the bones on the fire. They crack, and she picks one up and looks at it. And she says, "Oh, Weiyong, you're going to be the Earth King."
I mean, obviously I'm going to be the Earth King. I asked if it was a good call.
Oh, yes. She reaches out and grabs another one of the bones and looks at it and says, any Earth King is better than the current Earth King.
That wasn't a yes, but I'll take it.
And she goes, well,
Peace. Deuces.
Okay, you haven't even taken me out for lunch yet, but whatever,
shoot,
teach
that's
their own.
right. I forgot. You want to go to lunch?
Yeah, let's go get some lunch.
You're following through?
There's a banh mi place around the corner.
Oh,
banh
it's so
mi.
good, but I don't usually go there because it's pretty pricey.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're gonna be the Earth King.
I'm already rich, though. Let's go.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you go get some sandwiches with your fortune teller.
Some nice banh mi's.
Nothing like sandwiches with the fortune teller on a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Does that count as a separate downtime activity, or is that the same downtime activity?
To get the banh mi's?
Yeah.
If you want to make it mechanical, it could be a downtime activity. Otherwise, it's just free time.
I do not. I have plans for my other downtime activity.
All right. Elucidate.
So a long time ago, when we went into the catacombs to fight ghosts for Ribbons people, he gave me a sight potion, which I never used.
Oh, gosh.
And the sight potion gives users the ability to see the invisible and sense danger before it happens, and it lasts several hours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not using it right now. I want to spend this last downtime activity to acquire 2 more of those. Or 3 more. 2 or 3 more.
Okay, we're acquiring an asset.
I don't know if I need separate downtime activities for each potion, or if I can just do really good and get 3.
Let's see, we're going to be rolling the crew's tier. The result indicates the quality of the asset. I think in this instance, it's going to indicate the quantity of the asset.
So I just roll 2 dice and hope for the best.
That you do.
Double sixes. Double sixes.
I mean, I got a 6.
Oh,
Yeah, you did.
yeah, that's 3 sight potions.
That went so much better than I thought it would.
Just to let the audience know how generous Ned is, when Thomas brought up the first sight potion, Ned looked very caught off guard and even maybe like worried about what Thomas was going to do with it, and he still just let him get 3 more.
And I'm a cool GM.
Yeah, you are.
However, because you're trying to acquire dangerous items such as alchemicals, poisons, bombs, etc., that gives you +2 heat.
Hey, we're at wanted level 4 now.
Gosh dang it, Thomas.
I'm trying to help us in the future.
You know
All
what?
Hey.
There's a reason I wanted those specifically. It's for when we fight Brother Hotaru.
It makes sense. Because think about this. Of course the other crews are going to want us dead right now, the old guard. We're priority number 1 for them, probably.
They're keeping their ears to the ground, and when they hear, hey, someone's looking for these weird spirit potions.
Anyway, I'm going to give 1 sight potion to each of our crew member, and I'm going to hold 1 in reserve for when Day gets back.
Okay.
Man, you guys are twice as wanted as your tier.
Yeah, is there something bad that happens when you go into a new wanted level?
So the main thing here with the wanted level is it increases the amount of dice that we roll for entanglements, which means it becomes easier and easier for the blue coats to potentially show up and arrest you.
Awesome. But that's my downtime activities.
So downtime is done. That means XP one last time before we try to kill the Earth King. Cool. And then, probably one more time before we try to kill Brother Hotaru. Just it's our roadmap is basically just kill one really important, powerful person, kill another really important, powerful person.
Smooth sailing from there.
Hopefully.
Smooth sailing.
And then avoid the notice of the avatar who is the happiest to kill any problem.
It'll be fine.
So, first question for the crew. Did you execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab?
No.
I mean,
We didn't extort or battle or sabotage or smash and grab.
we definitely sabotaged the old guard, but that's not really who the job was against. Yeah.
Like, we had a successful operation, but it was none of those things.
That's true. It was definitely a social interaction.
All right. Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Yes.
Yup.
We should not be doing what we're doing.
I think that's probably a 2-tick for marching straight up to, like, what a bold thing that you guys have been doing. First, marching straight up to Gecko Senior, then marching straight up to the Anti-Corruption Task Force.
They're our most successful missions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People like a straight shooter.
yeah, that's in all the headlines. Weiyong, straight shooter. Next, did you bolster your crew's reputation as a daring crew or develop a new one?
Can we get 3 ticks for that?
I think we did.
I'm gonna roll to see if you get 3 ticks for that. You get 3 ticks for that.
That's, you know what? It feels fair this time.
That was a 6.
Jeez.
Next, did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
The goal is get them on our side for when we inevitably take over the Earth Kingdom.
Yeah, when the goal is to overthrow the king, I think this is pushing that forward.
Yeah. Which actually fills up our XP track.
That it does. So first thing to note, everybody gets tier +2 stash. So that's 4 stash for everybody.
Nice.
Tonan, you have 4 stash total now.
I will take it. It's what I need.
I imagine that you just take this pile of gold coins and put it in the hollow indentation where the bowl used to be and just stare at it.
So close to a full stash.
Can I donate my stash to Ciwei?
You don't have to do that yet, because I want to wait till we're empowered to deal with the debt. So we've got one more job.
Well, yeah, but I want to know what a full stash man looks like.
He stays the exact same. He just wears a top hat now.
A monocle.
It's like in video games when you unlock the goofy cosmetics. I go into the job with the scary wolf mask, but it's got a little tilted to the side top hat now on top of it.
Yep. And not only that, right there on the tip of its nose, it's got a full stash. Ha ha.
That's actually great. I want a mustache on the wolf mask once I hit full stash.
He's going full stash.
We can make that happen. Okay, so now we get to choose 1 special ability or 2 crew upgrades.
There is a special ability in the Assassin's crew playbook called Predators. When you use stealth or subterfuge to commit murder, take 1 die to the engagement roll.
That seems...
I don't want to metagame too much, but...
I mean, that's obviously a good option. There's also war dogs, which I know we've talked about.
You're definitely at war right now.
How many... Let's take a quick thing. How many people are we at war with?
Yeah, let's take stock of this. Let's look at the factions. So people that you definitely are not at war with are Gecko Jr. and the Paper Knives. I think everybody else here at -3 with.
Nice.
Let's see. Okay, definitely the Old Guard, the Boston State Kennel Club, the Fanged Mercenaries, Gecko Senior, the Jings. You're definitely at -3 with them. Okay, here's what I'm going to say with the disputed factions. I think at this point, they're going to choose a side. Either do we join the Masked Spirits and get assimilated into their New World Order, or are we angry enough about the situation to join with the rest of the Old Guard and try and stop them before they eliminate the Daofei? Or maybe are they just neutral about it? So let's start at the top. The Apothecarial Society, you guys have a good relationship with them. Sawtooth has been helping you out since the very beginning. You helped them and the Catacombers with that job. I think the Apothecarial Society and the Catacombers are probably going to be firmly on your side.
Good. And we got rid of Riven for them. They don't have to deal with Riven anymore.
That's true.
Those lucky guys.
They're very happy about that. The Laundry Club and the Painted Zealots, we've got Mock and Y. Those were like the two high up members of the Yellownecks back in the day. They don't want the Daofei to disappear. They are both -3 status with you. Ooh. And that leaves us with the Flying Opera Company, who I think we're going to leave them at 0, actually.
Fair.
I mean, they've kind of got that connection with the Avatar, so they don't really have to worry as much, I feel like.
Yeah, they're kind of sitting there like, man, we've had so many ups and downs with this whole situation for so long. I mean, we're kind of maybe okay if this all just sort of dissipates. Oh yeah, and then the Lamplighters. Definitely -3 with the Lamplighters.
What do you mean, definitely -3 with them?
What do we do to those guys?
Yeah, that gives you 7 Daofei gangs that you are at war with.
Is there a penalty for being at war with multiple gangs at the same time?
I don't think so. But one thing that we should note is that you do temporarily lose 1 hold. So you're back down to tier 1 stronghold.
If there is a penalty for multiple gangs, we should probably ignore it for the sake of our game not falling apart.
Or we could just take War Dogs.
I do think War Dog sounds like a good option considering what's happened, though. As much as I love the idea of getting that +1 from the Assassins.
Well, I mean, I did find something else that might be very good for us. The Shadows also has Second Story. When you execute a clandestine infiltration, you get +1 die to the engagement roll. So we could use that for more than just killing people.
I think I vote War Dogs.
Evan has been very patient with us and suggested War Dogs a long time ago, so I will also vote War Dogs.
Wait, you brought it up.
Yeah, but you wanted that like episode 3 or something.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you mentioned it a long time ago.
It was pretty early, yeah.
Yeah, of course I did. Are you in, Thomas?
I am in.
We are War Dogs.
Okay, so we're back up to tier 2 weak hold.
Oh, man.
All right, that does it for crew XP. Let's go to individuals, starting with Ciwei. Did you address a challenge with violence or coercion?
No.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Does downtime count? I finished my my breeder.
Yeah, I think that counts.
Definitely counts. And downtime is definitely part of it.
So I'll get 1 for that.
All right, and did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
I didn't indulge it, and that caused me stress. I'm stretching because I'm so close to a level up.
Why not? Why not? We're in the end game here. We'll let you have that one.
Okay. Hey Ned.
Yeah.
What do Mr. Nice DM? What do I have to do for you to allow me to uninvest my experience point I put in my resolve track and use it to finish my playbook experience track?
We're gonna let the dice decide.
Because that is admittedly fully on me for poorly allocating past experience, but now I'm 1 away from leveling up.
Okay, we'll see what the dice say. That's a 1.
That's fair.
You're so close.
That's on me for not planning better.
Okay, let's pop over to Tonan. Did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
Definitely. I mean, what we've done, we didn't intentionally and initially do to be the good guys. It just happened to work out that way.
Yeah, more influence than deception this time around, I would say.
Yeah, definitely more influence than deception.
Okay, we can give you 1 for that, unless you can make an argument for 2.
I mean, I could probably make an argument for 2 just with everything that went down, but I'm okay with 1.
Okay. Next, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
My background and heritage came up to bite me in the booty, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also just, I think I might actually be trying to be a good leader for the Earth Sages.
If only instead of did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma, it was did you struggle with issues from your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Well, I think Tonan's going through some stuff. I think he'd definitely express that stuff, though.
Yeah, we'll get you one for that. And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
Yes. Yes, I did. For the first time. Hey, that fills up my playbook.
Yeah, look at this haunted boy.
So I will choose a new special ability.
Do you have an idea of which one that's going to be?
I haven't decided yet, but I will before we do our next recording.
Cool.
Or maybe even by the time we finish this one.
All right, let's pop over to Weiyong and see where we're at. Did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
Both, I would argue.
I would argue the same.
I don't know if it's worth 2, but I really want it to be worth 2. Because, I mean, it's all been leading up to this.
Yeah, I think you definitely did a lot of calculation, but not as much conspiracy, I think, because you were pretty straightforward stepping out into the limelight.
Yeah.
So I think probably 1 for that.
All right, that's fair.
Next, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
All of it. I mean, I acknowledged publicly that I am the Earth King's son and I'm going to be the Earth King. Like, I'm going to save this town, right?
Yeah, the Earth Kingdom is in your blood.
It's in my blood. It's who I am. So, I want 2, Ned. I really want 2.
I can see that being 2.
All right. Perfect. Now I can get a dot in Prowl.
Hey, for your sneaky job.
Oh, man. It's going to save us later.
All right. And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
I struggled with my stress not going down as much as I'd like, but aside from that, no.
Okay. Looks like that's going to do it for all of our downtime episode here. And next time we meet back up, it's time to kill the Earth King.
Oh. I don't know if I want to be improv-y or planny.
No planning, just doing.
Yes.
Okay, no planning, just doing.
This is improv tabletop after all. Oh boy. I mean, the problem with doing that is it's kind of hard to turn off the brain sometimes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just can't help thinking about what you want to do.
It's fine.
But that's not my problem. That's your problem because you're the one who's got to figure out what you're going to do. Well, that's where we're going to pick up next time. And everybody, thanks so much for joining us here in the world of ImpTab Avatar Blades in the Daofei. We'll be back next time with a big one, a big one, a very big one. If you want more, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe even give us a review. We would be as happy as a spiritual Earth Sage cult leader who has a very fancy new singing bowl if you would go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice.
That was harsh.
Wow.
We're also all over social media at Improv Tabletop, so if you'd like to connect with us there. Maybe you want to talk with Christian about the singing bowl arc and how emotional it has been.
Salt in the wound. Holy cow.
Don't be afraid to reach out. Now it's time to shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons.
Woo! Yeah!
First person we're shouting out this week is Daniel Wolf.
Hey, yo.
Daniel Wolf is the finest hairdresser in all of Bossing Say, so we know who Ciwei is going to when he goes full stash. Hey.
Yeah.
Next person we're shouting out is Mitch David.
Hey, yo.
Mitch David, in the time since all of the good spirits have been arriving in town, has decided to take it upon himself to become sort of a wrangler of spirits. And he's kind of the general of the good spirit army now, as it were.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, Tonan is very busy, planning to assassinate an Earth King, too busy to focus on these spirits that he has invited into Bossing Say. So it's a good thing Mitch is showing up to take over some of that. And the final person we're shouting out is Tetraslash.
Hey.
Tetraslash is the person who got those sight potions for you.
Oh, hero. Thank you.
Very necessary.
Yeah, that's a hookup right there.
We're going to have more Sticker Club patrons to shout out next week, and if you want to join their ranks, dear listener, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get bonus episodes, Discord access, biannual sticker packs, and more, such as the obligatory talkback, where we're going to have to make an active effort to not try and plan how we're going to assassinate the Earth King. Now, let's do a round of plugs. Christian, our lovely haunted boy, would you like to take that this week?
Yeah, I guess. If you like Avatar Legends, go ahead and check out our one-shots as well as our previous campaign, 10,000 Things. We have our Fate campaigns. Those are little short, basically month-long episodes or seasons that are a blast and wild and zany and fully improvised, top to bottom, all the way through. We also have our sister podcast, I Cast Fireball, which oofta. That's, if you like tabletop RPGs, you gotta check them out. They're just solid. We also have our partnership with Fanroll Dice. You can use the code VroomVroomFifi to get 10% off your order. And I think that's everything.
Yeah, unless you have any personal plugs you want to make.
You guys gotta play Pokemon. It's a good game.
Have you heard of this Pokemon thing?
Which Pokemon do they have to play?
Well, I'm currently replaying through Pokemon White. It's a great one. Great story, good arc, good moral quandaries in that one.
If you ever want to laugh, go back and read the history of how many executives were like, this game's stupid, it's never going to work, yada yada, in the history of when Pokemon was first being invented, because it's really funny how few people believed in that.
They were all so wrong.
Follow your dreams, folks. You too can invent the next Pokemon someday. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here in the world of Imp-Tab Avatar Blades in the Daofei. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I've been joined by
Thomas Ryan as the Earth Prince.
Christian Randall as Bolus.
Mikkel Bolus.
Bolus.
And Evan Peterson as your friendly neighborhood animal breeder.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Imp-Tab Avatar.
Guys, I just realized if we did crew upgrades and took the Bravos rigging, we could get 2 free load of weapon/armor. And then there's a chance I level up in my personal one, and I could take Mule, which increases my load limits, and I could go in with a 10 load.
And you could just literally, the store is on your back.
You don't even have to kill him. You could just empty your pockets on top of him.